Hello, I'm Monty from Monty's Magic, and this is volume 3 of our series on how to force a card. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series. Lots more to come. I want to try and cover as many forces as I know, which is a lot. So please keep watching, subscribe to the channel, and hit the like button so you get notified when the new ones come out. Let's get started. As usual, I'll use a blue deck and a red back card to show the card that I'm going to force. Okay, this card force is called Give Me a Number. Again, we'll use the red back card and the ace. Count off 16 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cards. Place your force card on the top of the deck. Place the 16 cards back on top and you're ready to go. Now, in this force, you cannot shuffle the cards, but you can do any false cuts. You can do that. Everything has to be false. So you can't do any real cuts or anything like that. You just have to make sure that the cards, if you do shuffle the cards, they end up in the exact same order. I will be doing a series on how to do false cuts and false shuffles. So watch for that series to come up soon. Otherwise, you can just simply set it up and do a simple false cut where you go like this, and you go like this, and like that, and it comes right up. Notice what I did was I took one stack over here. Whoops, let me do it without the red card. I took one stack over here, moved the other one over, and then put that one back on top. So they actually ended up in the exact same order. Okay, so you've got the force card down 16 from the top of the deck, and we ask a spectator to give us a number. Let's say they give us something like 10. If they give you a very high number, just say, no, let's work with a lower one. So basically you want them to give you a number less than 16. So you could tell them, give me a number between 1 and 10 or something like that. But let's say they say 10. You ask them to give you a number and they say 10. Then all you simply do is subtract 10 from 16, leaving 6. So deal 6 cards on the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lay the deck on that, and then push the cards to the spectator and tell them to deal off the 10 cards, the number they represented, and we'll use that next card for the prediction or for the card trick. So then they would just do exactly like you did, except they would use the number they selected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the next card is their force card. So you just simply have them look at it, don't show it to you, and there it is, the ace of spades. That's give me a number. This card force is called in the bag. You take the card you're going to force, the red ace of spades. I'll stick it up my sleeve like this, and that's the nice part. You do need to wear kind of loose sleeves. This one's a little tight, but you'll get the idea. So now you can have the spectator shuffle the cards as much as they want. And you pretend like there's a bag sitting here on the counter. Shopping bag, doesn't matter. Paper bag, any kind of bag. You can even let the spectator shuffle the cards. Once they're done shuffling, have them drop them in the bag and shake the bag up or reach in and mix them up as much as they want. It really doesn't matter. When they're satisfied, they're mixed up really good, you simply reach in the bag like this, let the card fall out of your sleeve. Remember, you have to have kind of a loose sleeve like this. Let it fall out of your sleeve into your hand, then reach out of the bag and show the force card, their ace of spades. Back-to-back force. Okay, this one we need a couple of special things. we'll need a normal deck of cards. And from the normal deck of cards, we'll pull out 2 cards that we're going to force. That's the nice thing about this one. You actually get to force 2 cards for 2 spectators. So I just use the Ace of Hearts and the King of Hearts to make them easy to identify. You might pick something a little more random when you actually do it. And I also made these red so that you can follow them a little easier. But of course, normally they would be the same color of the back. And you need a marker card. And it can be any card, does not matter. I'll use the Ace of Spades, and I also made it red so we can follow it real easy. So you got your 2 cards you're going to force and a marker card. Those actually come out of the deck. And you need 1 special card you either need to buy or make. It's called a back-to-back card, and it needs to match your deck. Notice that it's printed back on both sides. Now, this is an actual one bought from a magic store. You can get them from any magic store, or you can make them by simply taking 2 cards and gluing them together like this so they look like 1 card back to back. Just use a very fine rubber cement or something like that and keep it as thin as possible to glue them together, and they actually look just as good. They're a little thicker, so they can be noticed if you give them really close examination. But I've never found that to be a problem. I frequently make my own, especially if I'm trying to do it in a hurry. But we'll use a store-bought one this time. Okay, to start, you take your marker card and put it. Well, first you take the 2 cards you're going to force and lay them face down. You take your marker card and lay it face up between the 2 cards. You place those 3 cards anywhere near the middle of the deck. Something like this would be fine. Okay, anywhere near the middle of the deck. And you place your double back card on top of the deck. Now, if you close them up, put them together, you can do typical false shuffles, okay, like that. We'll just mix them up like that, which those keep the thing in order. Check out my videos to be produced very soon. They're not done yet, but I'll be making a whole series on false cuts and shuffles like this series on forcing a card. Okay, you're set up. Now you tell the spectator to pick a card. Just open the first few cards like this and tell him take one. Don't go all the way down to your upside down card. Now we need to force the card. This is where the double back card comes in play. Take the double back card and tell them to insert it anywhere they want into the middle of the deck without looking at the face of the card. Okay, when you do that, turn these over. I'm using all jokers in my deck to make them easy to follow. Tell them to take the double back card, the marker card, and put it anywhere in the deck that they want, somewhere near the middle like that, and put it in. Then turn the deck back over, and here's where the magic comes in. All you do is simply spread the cards, and you notice there is only 1 card face up in the deck. That is your key card. And right next to it is the 2 cards you want to force. So you would be able to force the King of Hearts and the Ace of Hearts for 2 different spectators. The turn it over force. And this force requires a little setup. Take about 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And third down from the 7. Okay. After 3 down, so actually 4th down from the 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Place the card you're going to force. So I put it the 4th down. Okay. Turn these cards over and place them on the bottom of the deck. And you're all set up and ready to go. Ask the spectator to give you a number. Let's say they say 10. What you need to do is count on the table, take the 10 and subtract the 3 from it, leaves 7 cards. So count on the table 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember their number was 10. Look up to them and ask them just to verify your number was 10, right? When you do that, secretly turn over the cards. They're looking at you, so they won't see that. So just simply look up at them, say your number was 10, wasn't it? Yep, turn over the card. Okay, we got 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll use this card, the very next card, which is your force card, the Ace of Spades. Okay, bottom slip force. The nice thing about this one is it requires absolutely no setup. Have the spectators shuffle the cards as much as they want. It does not matter how much they shuffle. They can mix them up really good. It doesn't matter. When they hand them back to you, what we're going to do is force the bottom card. Now, so we take a peek at the bottom card, in this case, our Ace of Spades, which actually is the forced card, because I let it stay there. But it really doesn't matter. It could be any card. So what you do is you just take a peek at that card and say, okay, set it in your hand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the cards back a little bit at a time, like this. And you say stop anytime you want. And when they say stop, you simply pull off all those cards and show them your Ace of Spades, the forced card. Okay, here's how that's done. They shuffle the cards and hand them back to you. You secretly notice the bottom card, the Ace of Spades. You start sliding the cards back and tell them, say stop anytime they want. While they're doing that, just slide that ace out just a little bit like this. With a little practice, you don't even have to slide it out at all. But whenever they say stop, all you do is you take and you grab that card. Let me turn around a little bit so you can see it like this. So it's up like that. Slide off all the cards above where they said stop. And with your thumb, also pull off the Ace of Spades. And then you can simply show it as the forced card.